So today I'm going to talk to you guys about the steps of buying a home. Even if you've purchased a home in the past, it's not something that you're doing on a daily basis. So it's easy to kind of forget some of the steps in between. So the very first step in purchasing a home is hiring the right professional to represent you. So hiring a real estate agent. You guys, this is probably the most expensive thing you're ever gonna buy. You don't just wanna willy-nilly look somebody up on Google and say, hey, that guy sounds good. This is the biggest asset that you will own. You want a professional by your side who knows what they're doing. So the right agent is step number one. Step number two is obtaining financial pre-approval. You guys, this is a hot market. The days of just looking at houses for fun is no more. If you want a house in our market, you have to be pre-approved, which means you have to be connected with a local lender. So if you did the first step, connecting with a realtor, they probably have a great portfolio of lenders for you to choose from for your financial needs. Step three is analyzing your needs in a buyer's consultation. If you hire a realtor and they do not do a buyer's consultation, my guess is you've hired the wrong realtor. In today's market, it is so important to know what you're walking into. A buyer's consultation helps a realtor narrow down specifically what you're looking for. Nobody has time to tour 100 homes. We need to hone in on the criteria of your search so we can be very efficient with our time looking for properties. In addition, it's important that you understand the market that you're buying in. Is it a seller's market? Is it a buyer's market? What does that mean? What do I do to make sure that my offer is the most competitive in a multiple offer situation? A buyer's consultation is important to cover all of these things and make sure that you feel confident and comfortable walking into purchasing a home in this hot market. Step number four is selecting and viewing properties. Now, you're probably already looking at properties. You've probably been doing that for weeks, if not months. It's just sort of a fun thing to do. But after your buyer's consultation, your realtor should narrow down your search criteria and should be sending you properties that specifically fit the criteria that you're looking for. So once you've said, oh, okay, these are some properties that I'd like, well, then it's time to go view those properties. Now, depending on your situation, you might be a military family who is not local. You might be out of state and moving to the area. Talk to your realtor about how you can do virtual tours, video tours. There are ways to see properties even if you can't be here. And another thing is your realtor should be available to show you properties. Right now, it is a very hot seller's market, which again means if you love a property today, it's probably going to be off the market tomorrow. Your realtor needs to be available to show you those properties. Step number five, writing up the offer. So you found a property that you're in love with, and I know it can be really nerve-wracking, especially if you're a first-time home buyer, taking the step to write that offer. I encourage you to do it. It's simply like taking the ticket at the DMV. It holds your place in line so nobody else can get in front of you. Your realtor will be able to walk you through all the contingencies to protect you should you change your mind or sleep on it and freak out the next morning. You're gonna be okay, don't worry. Writing the offer is simply that. It's putting an offer in front of the seller. You're offering X, the seller will likely come back with Y before you agree to the terms of Z. Which was step number six, negotiating the offer. Again, an offer is simply that. You offer X, the seller comes back with Y, we agree to the terms of Z. That is negotiation. Number seven, accepting the contract. Congratulations, you are officially mutual. All that means is all the time clocks have officially started, and this is when it's time to get your butt in gear, which leads us to step eight. Removing the contingencies. There are contingencies in place in the contract to protect you, the buyer, along the process. The first thing that you want to do is inspect the property and make sure it's a sound and safe property. Your realtor should be able to connect you with a licensed, bonded, and insured local inspector, or feel free to hire somebody that you know to inspect the property. Other things that happen during this time is title is doing their work. They're making sure that the seller is who they say they are and you are who you say you are. And the appraisal should be ordered. Remember, if you're taking a loan out on a property, an appraiser comes out to ensure that the price that you're paying for the property equals the value that the seller listed it at. So all of these contingencies are in place to protect you, the buyer. Step number 9 is signing and obtaining funds for closing. Once you've gotten through all these contingencies and your lender has gotten all the paperwork to escrow, you get to sign a ton of paperwork. Don't worry, your title officer is gonna go through the million pages that you get to sign. Make sure you get your wrist ready, but we are almost to the finish line at this point. This is also the point where you connect with your bank to get a check for closing or coordinate wiring funds for closing. Step 10, we've made it to the finish line. Congratulations. We get to close and you get to take possession of the property and fully celebrate. So in the state of Washington, closing works a little bit different from other states. So in the signing process, you're not gonna sit across the table from the seller. That's done separately. Once all that paperwork is collected, it is sent to the county for recording. Once we have official recording numbers, title is officially transferred and you are a homeowner. Congratulations, it's now time for the housewarming party. Have any other questions about real estate? Make sure to leave it in the comment section and I'll be sure to get back to you. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for future videos about all things real estate.